The Horror Chronicles. She Still Walks the Bridge. The Legend of Mary, Elmore, Ohio. She was 7 years old. She had a red coat, and every single day she took the same path home from school, past the old mill, past the cornfield, across the bridge over the Portage River. She'd done it 100 times. She never made it across that night, and she has never stopped trying. Her name was Mary. She was a real child. She had a mother who set a plate for her at dinner that night, a mother who waited by the window, a mother who eventually stopped waiting, but Mary never did. She was young, quiet, the kind of girl who walked the same path home every single day without fail. The bridge over the Portage River was part of that walk. It had always been safe, until the night it wasn't. No one knows exactly what happened to her. Some say she was struck on the bridge and thrown into the river below. Some say she drowned, trying to cross during a flood. Some say she was running from something, or someone. What everyone agrees on is this: Mary never made it home that night, and Mary has never truly left that bridge since. The first sighting came within a year of her death. A farmer crossing late at night saw a young girl standing in the center of the road. She was holding a lantern, standing completely still. He slowed his horse. He called out to her. She turned and looked directly at him. Her face was pale. Her eyes were wrong. Not the eyes of a living child. The eyes of something that had been waiting for a very long time. He dug his heels in and rode off that bridge as fast as his horse would carry him. He never crossed that bridge after dark again. Not once. Not for the rest of his life. The sightings never stopped. A school teacher saw her the following winter. A sheriff's deputy saw her the year after that. Each one described the same thing. The same girl, the same lantern, the same eyes. But it was a family driving home from church one Sunday evening that changed everything. Their youngest child pressed her face against the window and pointed. She asked why the girl was standing on the bridge in the dark. By the time the parents looked, the figure was gone. The child cried for an hour. She kept saying the same thing over and over. She said the girl on the bridge looked like she just wanted to go home. Every year, around the anniversary of Mary's death, the reports come in again. A light on the bridge where no light should be. Footsteps on the wooden planks when no one is there. And once every few years, something worse. In the 1970s, a man decided to prove the legend false once and for all. He drove to the bridge alone at midnight. He parked his truck in the center of it. He sat there with the engine running and the windows up. For 2 hours, nothing happened. He laughed to himself. He reached for his keys. And then he heard it. 3 knocks on the passenger side window. Slow, deliberate, like someone who had all the time in the world. He turned his head. She was standing right outside the glass, a girl, small, maybe 7 or 8 years old, wearing a red coat soaked through with river water. Her hair was plastered flat against her face. Her skin was the color of something that had been underwater for a very long time, and her eyes, he said her eyes were completely white. No iris, no pupil, just white. Her mouth was moving. He could not hear what she was saying through the glass. He did not want to hear what she was saying through the glass. He sat completely frozen, and then she pressed one small hand flat against the window, fingers spread, like a child reaching for something just out of reach, like a child who'd been reaching for a very long time. He floored the accelerator and drove off that bridge without looking back. He drove 40 minutes past his own house before he realized where he was. He never spoke publicly about that night until he was an old man. He said the thing he could never get out of his mind was not the white eyes, was not the soaking wet hair. was the hand on the glass, because when he got home that night, there was a small handprint on the passenger window, still wet. Local historians searched for the full records of Mary's death. Some pages were missing, some entries crossed out in ink so thick you cannot read what lies beneath, as if someone decided long ago that the town did not need to remember. But Mary remembers. Mary has always remembered. And now she is no longer just a legend of one small town in Ohio. Because 3 years ago, a woman in Indiana posted something on a late-night paranormal forum. She had been driving home alone. She crossed a small bridge over a creek just after midnight. She saw a girl on the side of the road, small, young, wearing a red coat, standing completely still, holding something that looked like a lantern. She stopped the car. She rolled down her window. She called out. The girl turned and looked at her. The woman said the eyes were completely white. She drove home shaking. She locked every door. She checked every window. At 3 a.m., she woke up to a sound she couldn't place. She lay still in the dark and listened. It was coming from outside her bedroom window. 3 slow knocks. Deliberate. Patient. Like someone who had all the time in the world. She did not get up. She did not look. She pulled the covers over her head and did not move until morning. When daylight came, she finally looked outside. On the glass of her bedroom window was a small handprint, still wet. Indiana is 300 miles from Elmore, Ohio. 300 miles from that bridge. 300 miles from where Mary died. It did not matter, because Mary is not just looking for the bridge anymore. Mary is looking for a way home, and she will knock on any window she has to find it. If you live near a bridge, any bridge, and you hear 3 slow knocks on your window tonight, do not get up. Do not look. Because if you see those white eyes looking back at you through the glass, she already knows you're there, and she will not stop knocking. Not tonight. Not tomorrow. Not ever. Because Mary is still on that bridge. Mary is always on that bridge, waiting for someone who never came, waiting for someone who never will. Somewhere out there, a red coat is still lying at the bottom of that river. And a mother never stops setting that plate. Sleep well, if you can. If this story kept you up tonight, like this video, and subscribe to the Horror Chronicles, where every story is real. New horrors every week